You gotta pull no punches to supersize and grow your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, and our idiom today is pull no punches. Of course, this idiom comes from boxing, the sport of boxing, but by the 1930s, here in the United States, it had been applied to all different types of situations. It means to not hold back, to attack with full force, to do everything in your ability, to be perfectly honest, be 100% honest, to not hold back, to give it all you've got. So it's the difference between committing to something and trying. It's the difference between going all in or just tipping your toe in the water. It's the difference between giving it all you've got or giving it a shot, giving it a try. Oh, I'll give it a shot. I'll try. I don't know about you, but as a business owner, when I asked somebody to do something, if they said, I'll try, I would cringe inside because I knew that as soon as they hit the first question, the first roadblock, the first anything, they'd be back in my office asking me what to do next, or telling me and giving me their laundry list of why it couldn't be done or why they couldn't do it. So this is, I don't think I've ever used this idiom. I don't think I've ever said pull no punches to anyone. I was talking about with my daughter about this idiom. She's like, what does that even mean? And the sport of boxing is not one that we ever watched or had in our household. To me, any sport that you get hit in the head repeatedly is probably not a good idea, right? Any occupation or any activity that causes you to get punched in the face or punched in the body and hurt doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Never did. So we just didn't watch it. And my grandfather, my mom's dad, was a boxer. He actually was a boxer. I knew that didn't make me like the sport anymore. So we didn't watch it. So I understand why she may not have been exposed to this particular saying or idiom. And that's part of why I do this. It's part of why I share what do idioms mean. Lots of people have a word of the day or a word of the week or a word of the month or a word of the year is the big thing now. Heck, we wouldn't want people to have 12 or 52 or, God forbid, 365 days of the year. That would be expecting way too much. So let's just give them a word of the year. So, word of the year. I guess if I had a word of the year, my year would be fun, because we need to make 2020 a lot more fun. Anyway, I do idioms because I want to open my mind and explore and start to look at lots of things in life from different perspectives and other angles, and try to be more understanding and more open to different possibilities. So pull no punches was a new one for me, although I totally get the concept of committing, going all in, over delivering, under promising, doing what you say you're going to do. With respect to feedback and being honest with people, and feedback, being honest with the people that we interact with and we work with, you're doing them a disservice if you're not telling them how they're matching up to your expectations. Now, you're really doing them a disservice if you didn't share your expectations with them in the first place, but it's never too late to be clear with people. This is what we expect. And you're not giving people feedback about them personally. You're giving them feedback about how well they fit in the particular job or role or activity that you're asking them to perform in. If we're giving people feedback with the intent of helping them, if that's always our intent, they know that. So even if you're delivering a tough message, if somebody blew a big sale or treated a customer poorly and you're giving them feedback about that, if you're doing it to help them to become better at their job or to perform better or be a better human being and be more human in their interactions, if your intent is positive and for their betterment, even if it's a hard message, people are usually okay with that. And if they're not, then they're probably not the right fit for the job or the role that you've got them in anyway. Doing the right thing is always up to each and every one of us individually. And the right thing is to do the best you can with what you've got right now. I've said that before, and I'll continue to say that. So often we'll hold back and we won't give something everything we've got because we're afraid. We're afraid that we might fail. We're afraid it won't work. Guess what? Most of the things you try in your life are not going to work. You're going to have 10 times the number of failures in your life than you will successes. But you won't get to those successes if you're never willing to step forth, take a little risk, and attempt over and over and over again with no out, no ability to quit, no ability to give up on your life. We don't get to give up on our lives until it's our time, till it's the very end. all of us are here because we're supposed to want to do the best we can with what we've got throughout our lifetime. And with our businesses, you wouldn't have started your business if you didn't want to help people. You wouldn't have started your business if you didn't want to make the world a better place. You wouldn't have started your business if you didn't have a good reason for wanting to do it. And what we do is when the going gets tough, we get going. We remember the reason why we began in the first place, and we continually improve and serve people in better and better ways to the best of our ability. That is pulling no punches, going all in, committing, figuring it out no matter what, doing what we can, giving everything we do 100%. If you're going to do it, if you're going to decide to do it, give it all you've got. Because guess what? You'll figure it out. You will figure it out. So that's our idiom today. Ooh, getting off the range a little bit. Have an amazing day. I'd love to know your experiences with this idiom, if you've got any experiences with this idiom, or maybe the topic of committing to something and figuring it out no matter what. That's it. Have an amazing day. I will be seeing you tomorrow with another interesting idiom. What does it mean? Where does it come from? And how might you use it in your life right now?